When children begin writing, their spoken stories are more in-depth and more complex than their written ones. This development is influenced by the child, who begins to imitate the adults within their lives. While the stages in children's writing are not well defined or sequential, this assessment aims to break down the stages and what their main characteristics are. So let's talk about writing. Beginning writing has been described by Emerson and Hall as the manual act of producing physical marks. Although scribbling initially lacks directionality and may not serve a communication function for the reader, it is an important milestone in the writing development process. This example from Hall displays how beginning writing can occur in large circle shapes or in scribble-like lines that may proceed from left to right. The main characteristics of beginning writing consist of drawing, scribbling, scribble-like letter forms, letter strings, and invented spelling. This scribbling needs to be noticed and encouraged by teachers so that students are able to progress into the next development stage of writing, known as early emergent writing. Students moving into the early emergent stage of development explore the use of symbols using either drawings or letters to represent words. Within this example supplied by Hill, the child understands that if they wish to fully convey meaning to their work, an alternative form of communication is needed. With the addition of an echidna illustration, the child has utilised the letters E and K to represent the sounds within the word. The student has also displayed their comprehension of letter directionality, with the letters travelling from left to right. An important component of early emergent writing is children's ability to write their own names. Name writing has induced considerable interest by the research community because names are among the first words that children attempt to write, and names provide a source of letters for children to practice writing. The next level in writing development is known as emergent writing. In the emergent stage, more letter-like shapes may be formed. There may be spaces between the letters, and writers begin to sound out words even if spelling the words incorrectly. As seen on the screen now, writers in this stage may have gained an understanding for writing from left to right and top to bottom. We can also see from this example how the letter P is repeated as the child refines the way the letters are made. Drawing can supplement text construction. In the next example, the child was unable to explain their written text as they could not remember what they were writing about when discussing their story with a teacher. The child may have benefited through drawing to complement the text, as print and drawings can support each other to convey meaning. By using drawings and writing together, students are creating multimodal text. As teachers, it is important to keep multimodal text in mind for students who struggle to convey meaning within their work, especially as they progress towards the early writing stage. Children continue to build on what they have previously developed through the emergent writing stage when they reach early writing. The example shown is a good indicator that a student's abilities are within the early stage of development. We can establish this by analysing the writing to discover that the student is able to use their own ideas within their writing. The repeated use of phrases such as "I like" when beginning a sentence is a clear sign of the child practicing or building confidence on what they already know. Children in the transitional stage of writing display the ability to create meaningful sentences to communicate a message. They have mastered basic mechanics, starting a sentence with a capital letter, ending with correct punctuation and correct spelling. They may still mix the use of capital and lowercase letters. Writing on lined paper is introduced as they gain control over the size of letters, and the spacing of their words on a page is improving. Transitional writers show increasing control over the conventions of writing such as punctuation, spelling, and text organisation. They consider audience and purpose when selecting ideas and information to be included in texts. They compose a range of texts including explanations, narratives, brochures, and electronic presentations. Their writing shows an evidence of a bank of known words that are spelt correctly. Transitional writers are moving away from a heavy reliance on sounding out and are beginning to integrate visual and meaning-based strategies to spell unknown words. The use of visual images in transitional writing enhances the meaning of the text by allowing children to discuss deeper personal and social issues. Because of their basic writing skills, transitional writers are limited in the messages they can convey in the text alone. By pairing images with the text, children are able to more freely discuss emotions, feelings, and engage with social issues. Coomer and Thompson investigated the link between transitional writing, visual images, and a child's ability to convey feelings on personal, local, and global issues. Children were seen to be able to discuss complex issues such as what makes them angry or worried, not only on a personal level but also on a global scale. The last developmental stage in early writing development is called extending. By grade 2, most students are on their way to refining and advancing already developed skills. Students have the ability to write a range of text types, such as imaginative or informative text, while using the appropriate vocabulary for the task. Students experiment with characters, settings, and plots during writing and are able to add different multimodal elements, such as visuals or videos, to written work. Students become more familiar with the correct way in constructing certain texts and paragraphs by the use of topic sentences. During this stage of writing, children are looking at the flow of their work and are able to identify the meaning of text. They are also developing the skills to self-correct their work by revising, editing, and proofreading, checking for punctuation and spelling errors. They should also have a visual memory for high-frequently used words and have mastered upper and lowercase letter placement within a text. Hill suggests that writing is the foundation of reading. Encouraging children to write actually creates a positive influence on the student's ability to read. Some of these positive influences include helping to develop insight into letter and sound relationships, making it easier to notice and point out various types of spelling. Writing about areas of interest also encourages interaction with the letters and words, therefore provides a meaningful connection. Reading might shed light on a particular topic a student would otherwise struggle with understanding if only trying to approach the topic from one perspective. Examples of how reading influences writing is that it helps children to recognize and reproduce writing structures and language. It also helps children with spotting similarities and differences between letters and words. Reading also helps with sentence structure, spelling, self-correction, and comparing between what children write and how they read it. Here are some multimodal programs to help promote writing. The Writing Wizard is an application to help your child learn how to write the letters of the alphabet, numbers, and words through a fun system carefully designed to maintain motivation. The game firstly informs the player of the name of the letter shown.
A.
The game then pronounces the correct phonic for the letter.
A.
It then displays how to write this letter, followed by time for the player to complete writing this letter after the demonstration. Some of the key features of this application include learning how to write uppercase and lowercase alphabet letters, numbers, and words, the ability to create your own word list and record audio for each word. This app is utilised in many schools and is suitable for kindergarten, toddlers, early learners, preschool, and first grade children. The next multimodal program is called ClickView. The ClickView site has many interactive videos that children can engage with from early primary school all the way through to secondary school and benefit from their academic skills. The video in this screen recording focuses on the use of punctuation when writing and also how you read punctuation. This next section is a reflection of observations that took place in weeks 9 and 10 in grade 1-2 classes. Okay, what did everyone view on their observations?
I really enjoyed mine. I did notice my teacher doing some modelled writing, which was what he told his class he was going to do. And according to Hill, modelled writing is where the teacher writes on a whiteboard or a chart, showing how the writer uses words, sentences, and explains text types. I did observe him explaining the text type as an entry in their workbook. However, he only modelled a few words on the board and not really sentences. I did feel that could have been improved. The kids were writing about Mother's Day, which was a nice topic for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'd probably lead on from that, I reckon. So yeah, according to Mackenzie and Verisov, so they had a reading about how drawing can assist in creative writing or assist in writing acquisition. And yeah, I definitely observed this. So I was in a grade 2 class, and the teacher actually put an image on the board, using the computer with a crocodile on a train. And we asked the students, or the teacher asked the students, what story can we make out of this to create your writing or to create your story? So the image could have been, the beginning, middle, or end of the story. But yeah, it was really interesting to see how the students would use that to actually create their own narrative and to create their own multimodal text. So from going around the room, we could see that, a fair few of the students were in the transitional stage of writing, according to Hill. So some of their narratives may not have been finished off completely, or there was no real conclusion to the narrative. However, they were able to make sense of a lot of the themes through actually doing some drawing themselves. So it really it showed how drawing could really assist in their writing, but also looking at some of the kids who were more advanced and were probably at the extended level of writing, according to Hill. We could see that they were actually doing some mind mapping. So not only just drawing to assist their writing, but also mind mapping to relate the different themes and concepts together.
That's cool.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, mine was a bit different. I had these students with learning difficulties for my writing session.
Oh, yeah.
So it's mostly autism and ADHD. The children had to actually put themselves in writing their words, so they had a minute for each word to try and improve the timing, and it was longer than that. I could identify one or two child as good writing because they had like a capital letter, and then it was just like a string of just words for the complete the word, which is how Rowe and Wilson describe it in writing. And then you could identify a few early emergent writers as like particular words and represented with a few letters. Like there was one lady girl that wrote K-A-K, and then a little picture of a cake to help describe it for her. That was pretty interesting to look at.
Oh, that's good. At my observation, the teacher used a smartboard and like a hover cam. So with the hover cam, it kind of went over her work. So as she was writing, it went up on the smartboard for the kids to read. I've actually never seen it before. I thought it was really quite good. And so they did. So she was writing. They were doing a scientific text on Albert Einstein. So she was writing, and it was coming up on the board, and then the kids were just picking what was wrong, so where the full stops needed to go and the capital letters and stuff. So so there was a bit of modelling in there, and then also a bit of shared. It was a whole class activity. It was really quite interesting to see the hover cam at work. So
Pretty mad.
That's good. I didn't get to see any like writings. That was interesting.
Yeah, we had a little bit of model writing, I guess, on the board with how to begin a story, and it was good to get all the kids involved in that. But then, I guess, going back to what I was talking about before with the drawings, that's where it became more independent as well. But it was pretty cool. There wasn't too much planning around. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Interesting stuff.
In summation, the writing stages discussed were beginning writing, when children experiment with scribbling; early emergent writing, when children use symbols, drawings and letters to represent words; emergent writing, when letter formation is improving and children attempt to spell the words phonetically; early writing, when children begin to convey their own ideas and experiment with lower and uppercase letters as well as full stops and spacing; transitional writing, when sentence structure, punctuation and spelling has improved and meaningful texts are produced; and finally, extending writing, when children produce multiple texts using different styles of writing and begin to proofread and edit their work. Multimodal skills are also developing. We also touched on how writing influences reading and how reading influences writing, and 2 multimodular programs which can assist with the development of writing in different stages. Thanks for listening to our assessment. All that's left is our reference list.